I'm David Marshall. Imagine coming to consciousness laying on the pavement, covered in glass. You just got in a wreck and went through the windshield because you weren't wearing a seatbelt. You didn't feel like you needed to wear a seatbelt because in your state, seatbelts aren't mandatory. The United States needs to make a federal ban on driving without a seatbelt, establishing a law that would save thousands of lives. I will tell you about why the United States should implement the federal ban on riding or driving in a car while not wearing a seatbelt. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention reports that there were 33,000 deaths in 2009 alone, and as a result of car crashes, and more than 50% were not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the wreck. They also report that 1 in 7 people still don't wear their seatbelt despite these alarming statistics. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention reports that among drivers and front seat passengers, seatbelts reduce the risk of death by 45% and cut the risk of serious injury by over 50%. Seatbelts saved almost 13,000 lives in 2009 alone, and if all drivers and passengers had worn seatbelts that year, over 4,000 people would be alive today, according to the CDC. The first seatbelt was made in 1849 by Volvo, reports Esurance, to give you a little bit of history and background on the first seatbelt and where safety started in automobiles. Now that we see that there is such a problem, we must look deeper into that problem. The Governor's Highway Safety Association reported that there are only 33 states with primary seatbelt laws, which means that cops can pull you over solely for not wearing a seatbelt. A secondary seatbelt law means that they can only pull you over for your seatbelt if they are pulling you over for something else. The National Organization for Youth Safety reported that ejection from the vehicle is the most injurious event that can happen to a person in a crash. In fatal crashes in 2008, 77% of passenger vehicle occupants who were totally ejected from the vehicle were killed. Tennessee Traffic Safety reported that more than 60% of vehicle occupants killed in crashes in Tennessee were not wearing safety belts. Research shows that it is almost 9 times safer to wear your safety belt. This proves that safety belts need to be worn and that this is a problem that has been well addressed. But who does it affect? When I was 4 years old, I had a babysitter named Emily who was a close family friend. She was just in high school. She was driving her Jeep on a road that had a steep cliff. Her car suddenly veered off the road and rolled down the cliff. She died during the wreck because she was ejected through the windshield, but authorities claim that her life would have been saved had she worn a seatbelt. If everyone knows someone or that was personally in a wreck, there shouldn't be such a divide in those who wear seatbelts and those who do not. Now I will show you my visual aid. This is a picture of somebody who did not wear a seatbelt during a wreck and was ejected and is currently on the hood. This person did die during the wreck. This is a graph of the percent of national seatbelt use in America from 83 to 96. As you can see, in 83 it went from 14% to 68% in 1996. To review, people die in car wrecks because they don't wear seatbelts. Only 33 states have the primary seatbelt laws in place. The federal government needs to ban riding or driving a vehicle without a safety belt because it would increase saved lives exponentially. By creating this law, you would save many lives, and this ban is key to saving the lives of countless drivers and passengers in the United States and in every state. Thank you.